Just to see if you guys show up.
Won't happen.
What's that? Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday, August 26th, 2025 Idlewise Board of Commissioners meeting. It's 9 a.m. We'll call the meeting to order. And the first thing we do is approve the agenda. So I'll make a motion to discuss and approve the agenda. Needs a
Second.
Brief non-public session that will recess and resume at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the DPW garage with the DPW staff.
Yes.
So
Okay.
a non-public today, then recess, and then.
Yeah, there'll be a short one here and then
Alrighty, sounds good.
we'll adjourn that and go to, recess that and go to
Okay.
the 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Any other modifications to the agenda?
And the
All-
reason for the non-public, I'm sorry.
Today's will be to discuss legal issues. In
Okay,
preparation
Yeah.
for a non-meeting with the attorney. That might get posted.
That'll be a that'll be a
in case we need
posted
to vote
non-public.
something, yeah.
it
Yeah.
is, it's posted.
Okay. All in favor of this agenda?
Aye.
Aye.
3-0 on the agenda. Next we go to the approval of the minutes of the 19th of August. I'll make a motion to discuss and approve those minutes.
Second.
Discussion.
I have a couple very minor.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I
what
didn't
we
have
do then?
anything.
What's that?
It's all yours then, because I
Okay.
don't have any Nancy.
Okay, so under Nancy Cole's report, the very last bullet, the second sentence says Nancy makes a motion apply. I think you should put to apply.
Oh, great,
Okay?
yep,
And then if you go down, there's a dollar amount of $4,000, and I think you meant a decimal point there, but there's no 00 after it, so it looks like a period. So I would just either put a 00 behind it, .00, or just get rid of that dot altogether. It's not even necessary for the 00, it's
No
just
problem.
4,000, because that looked like a period to me.
yep.
Even though I'm pretty sure you meant it as a decimal point. And that's all I have.
All in favor of the minutes as modified?
Aye.
Aye.
3-0 on the minutes.
Okay,
Now at 9:03, we move to an operations manifest. I'll make a motion to approve, discuss and approve an operations manifest for $4,834.16.
Second.
Discussion. Maybe the most noteworthy thing on this one was the bill for the international. I don't know if you looked at the,
I'm looking at it right now.
yeah.
you
this
see how
is-
much an oil change in
All-
that truck costs?
Albany's, oh, you see.
Yeah, this was the part of the, that full service. They did a couple of.
So the entire bill was $1,628.86.
Yep,
And that entailed
34 quarts of oil,
Mm-hmm.
34
And
quarts of oil.
a oil filter that cost, the filter cost
110.80.
$110.80 for the filter.
There it
Big
is.
truck.
I
That is a big
Googled.
truck.
That's not including the oil filter. The
That's
oil
the-
filter's almost $80.
15W40.
What were you saying?
So
Yeah,
there's
the
a
oil
fuel water separator filter. That's the one that was over $100.
Right, but
$110.
the oil filter is $76.71.
Yeah.
And the 4 quarts of oil were $282.
39, what is
And I
it?
Googled
39.
7400 International, it does take over 30 quarts of oil.
Wow.
39 quarts of oil. Wow.
Any other observations or questions on the manifest? We're making an health insurance payment, which is always a couple of $1,000s.
Right. It's not on this manifest, but just a general question. Do we still have a check for Balmoral, or have we completely paid them?
We paid that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the next thing I'll get into FEMA. Okay, so All in favor of approving this manifest, say aye.
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 3-0 on that. The DPW report, I don't know if you saw the action items that were done last week by Yuri. You got that? That
I
was
just
in there
sent it this morning. so-
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was this morning, so I noticed it came in, but I didn't get a chance to really look at it.
Okay. He did a lot of cutting and cleaning of culvert entrances and cutting back brush.
Mhm.
You probably saw him out with the blower at various points.
Oh, yeah, and we saw them when we were going up to the cabana.
Yes.
And,
So we'll be meeting with them this afternoon at 2. At 9:06, I'll move to commissioners' reports if there's no questions about DPW.
No.
Okay, so, first thing is that I finally got all the information I needed and the time to write the specification for the Aspen Bergdorf water main project. We're calling it the 2025 Aspen Bergdorf water main project. And I delivered it to the contractors that we have been discussing.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them that I would call them the beginning of next week to see if they're ready. Instead of putting a deadline to get it to them, I want them to have enough time to look at it.
Mhm.
You know, I won't let it go too long because we basically have 2 more digging months before we're pushing November 1st, and we don't like to push it because it could be cold enough that we don't want to be in the ground
Yeah.
with the water mains exposed. So, this time, not a lot, but if we're lucky. And they have openings in the schedule to do it. That's the big thing.
Nice.
And the second thing that's noteworthy is because I got the Aspen Bergdorf spec and agreement done, I was able to spend the weekend working on getting a FEMA request for reimbursement done, including 18 two-week files of time cards, which was tough, and I'm gonna have a few suggestions to go over with you
Mhm.
at the office on file name conventions and the way the scanning is done. And then things that aren't in your control are the way that the handwriting is on the time cards.
I was wondering when that would come up.
Each one was a puzzle in itself that took time to
Figure out.
figure out.
Can you ask them to be more
Such
legible?
as-
Welcome to my world.
Yes. The dates for each day running down the sign card had nothing to do with that week of, at the top, week ending. It's like, would be something I do. So, that was fun. And so you got a copy of what it is that I asked Jennifer to scan so that I need to sign a hard copy, then we need to scan it again, and they need to get scanned with my actual signature on it.
Yep.
So I've already talked to Holly at Homeland Security Emergency Management and started to upload the 18 PDF, well, you have it, the 18 PDF files of the time cards. The other file that goes with that is the actual spreadsheet, which is all of the summertime construction period for roads beginning in May, 2 days in May, 3 days in May, 1 day in July, and all of 1 day in July, 1 day in June, all of July in August, without any greater time because that's when it was down in Pembroke,
All right.
and through the first day of October. And you'll see that spreadsheet as I send it to the state as part of everything that needs to be submitted for reimbursement. So what I have is, the categories are straight labor, overtime labor, and that's their fully burdened. In this case, it was just Jeff last year. There was only 1.5 hours of overtime all summer. And then the cost of us using the equipment. So, straight labor, I'm asking them to reimburse 75% of $29,813.93. The overtime was $161.72. The cost of the equipment using their cost per hour on each of the pieces of equipment, the grader, the Ram trucks, the International, and the John Deere backhoe. That was $45,673.95. And then we purchased $10,004.57 in road materials. That would be gravel, 1.5 inch rock, so forth. So the total of that is, the total amount that I'm telling them about that we want 75% back in reimbursement would be $85,654.18. And 75% of that would be $64,240.63. So, we'll see how long it takes them to process this. This is gonna be, for them to go through this is gonna take some time.
Yeah.
But Holly did say that the reimbursement for 2 requests I made in June 30th are in the queue to go out, she said,
Oh, good.
whatever those words mean. It's in the chamber, I guess.
The check is in the mail.
Yeah.
One of them is.
Not yet.
One of them is, yeah,
The other meaning of it.
The writing of the check.
and it actually goes by ACH transfer, I think, right?
Yeah.
So, we have, I think it's 6,500 for the Bergdorf contracted ditching that was done. And the other one is for over 20,000, so there's 27,000 that could come to us soon. And my idea would be to use that to see if we can get the asphalt shoulders done, the 7 roads that we need to have a contractor repair the asphalt that was damaged in 2023. And I don't know whether we're gonna have enough time to do that, so based on having the Bergdorf, Aspen Bergdorf contract done, and this request in, I'm now going to contact the paving contractors and show them and give them a bid package for the 7 asphalt jobs. And today, when we talk to the DPW, I'm going to see if we should add non-FEMA asphalt jobs that they would like done before winter.
Yep.
Because there's things like the hookup that was done several years ago on the pavement on Blinden. I believe that they didn't put the original road submaterial back in, and the expansion is different, and that causes that pavement of the patch over the hookup to rise and the blades catch on it. You could damage the plows, and they mentioned that to me a while ago. I'm gonna bring that up again and see if there's that and any other ones. They have talked about Lugano. Now, the timing might be great if our plan is to have the water operator fix the leak on Lugano, which means cutting that pavement again. Then getting that done with the rest of the FEMA asphalt project. So what I'm getting at is we need to identify everything that makes sense to try to do as part of this bid to get all the FEMA stuff done. And it may work out that we can't get it done and the highway has to do something
Short term.
because we're not getting the contractor in before winter
Yeah.
to do all the asphalt jobs.
Yeah.
That they fix what they need to fix so the plows don't get damaged by.
Will we be including things like the 113 entrances? Like the one at Sarnen is a mess.
I thought they worked on that last year too.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought that was Grissom.
They worked on Grissom last
they
year.
worked on Grissom last year.
And I think signing, is that a pavement problem or is it the gravel on the edges of the pavement get eroded out by puddling and driving through the
Yeah.
puddles and
Yeah.
splashing the gravel away.
Could be both.
Yep.
Am I hearing that you'd like to see more asphalt go into that?
It would probably solve a lot,
It would probably fix a lot.
I don't know if the state would,
really.
I understand, I've never heard it directly. Another myth that I might have been living by for the last 40 years is the state doesn't like wide entrances off their road, 113, or any state road. But Tony would know.
Tony would know, yeah.
So, we'll bring that up this afternoon.
Okay,
So there's Aspen and Bergdorf.
Yep.
We'll see if the contractors are ready to put their bid in next week. And that's my FEMA.
Yeah.
And what else we have? What were we doing last week? We're pretty much resolved with the canoe kayak software system for now?
Yes.
So I'll stop there. Pass it to you.
Okay. I'm just gonna say from limited personal observation of driving around the village district or walking, that most private vehicles seem to be doing a good job of keeping their speed down low. And I don't know, maybe the new speed limit signs, 20, maybe that 5 mile per hour difference from 25 to 20 is doing the trick. However, commercial vehicles is a little bit different story.
Yep.
In fact, on my way here today, coming down Idlewife Drive, I was passing DPW 2 on my way to Hutwell, and I just saw a huge red dump truck, what's that, a 5-ton or something, just, he was speeding big time. I honked my horn. He went by too fast, I couldn't catch the name on the side of the truck.
Yeah.
But just a PSA that our roads are 20 miles per hour, please observe that, and of course, 5 miles per hour around the S-turn at Boulder Beach. So that's all I have.
Any updates on that webinar on clean fleets?
No, but after Labor Day weekend, I will start picking our DPW crew about trucks and start doing research on the new ones as well as what we have existing, and start filling in the blanks on the application form, what they want. I guess the real key is what do we want, what do we think we can afford, and what we have.
well, don't be horrified when you start looking at prices for a 4-wheel truck the size of the 7400.
Yeah, no,
Because
okay.
when we looked at them years ago, it was a couple $100,000. And that was years ago. So I don't think they've gotten cheaper.
No, they haven't, but
absolutely not.
as Mark discussed last week, there's 2 ways you can go. It's what's in the showroom, or you get it customized.
Right.
That's the one that was gonna really drive the cost up.
Yeah.
Right.
And wait
You know?
forever to get it.
So, I don't think it's one of these thing, a major, you can't, get bogged down in a major wish list from our DPW crew. We have to-
Right.
What's gonna do the job for the most economical amount?
We'll bring that topic up briefly. We'll put a time limit on it because that conversation could just go on for a month.
Right.
So we'll introduce the idea and say we'll follow up with it in another meeting, but we're gonna stay on top of that because
Yeah,
we're looking at bills like we just got for that 2018 Ram. And we should expect bills like that where nothing is gonna be $100 job.
yes.
And I
Well-
think we're at the point that the extended warranties we paid for them are gone.
Or pretty much close to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, look at the $1,600 bill we just got for the international,
Yeah.
Yes.
so.
And the other thing is, there are dealerships around here that sell Ram trucks. So one of the things I wanna question is why are we driving to a dealership in Sanford, Maine that held that truck for a month? When there's a dealership in North Conway that sells Ram trucks and has a service station. I'm assuming that they do the same thing that this other dealership does.
Well, I'd like to hope that, did they originally buy it from the one in Sanford?
No, they bought it from a dealership in Littleton.
Littleton.
Oh, weird.
Well, I have to assume that they shopped around to get the best price.
Well,
Who
yeah,
knows?
you'd hope.
There was no explanation as to why that board let one of the employees buy it in Littleton.
Oh, well, okay, that's legacy
Well, yes,
stuff.
that's-
So, we're in a new era.
Yes. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Just please drive 20 miles per hour.
Okay. Put a couple of letters together, after looking at the end, heading towards the dead end of Chicora Review. 7 Chicora Review, we sent him a letter about getting the stuff from the ditch line out. Well, now he has removed the stuff from the side of the road, but he's created a new parking space, which is a driveway.
There's
Oh.
2 of them.
So he has
Oh.
created a new driveway. So I put together a letter saying there's no permit for creating this new driveway, to request the, to request that he sends in the permit. And the other thing we noticed is that the house next door, so 5 Chicora Review, has created a off the side of the road parking spot, which would qualify as a new driveway, except it's not on their property.
Really?
It's actually on district property. We own number 4. The district owns number 4 Chicora Review.
Mm-hmm.
So, I put together a letter, took a little liberty with it, saying that we are not going to allow him to create a driveway on district property. And that he needs to remove what he's done, and come up with a place on his own property.
So what, does he place rock in there or
You know?
sand or something?
Dirt,
Dirt.
yeah. And I think he might have taken some trees out, cause there's a nice cleared spot, but it's not on his property.
So
across the
this is
road
number
from-
5, so this is the thing you're talking about right here. Because this was the second one over from where that, we told him to clear the material.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is our property right here.
No, across the street. He's got a spot across the street,
Oh, well this
not
one,
on this side.
oh, I didn't even notice that, because this is, there's 2 spots that look like this. The one where they had all the pipes and
Yep.
septic material that we asked them to clear looks very much like this. In fact,
Yep.
I'm sure I've got a picture of it somewhere.
Across the road from the second one.
Across the street from the second one.
Oh.
Wood and I didn't put it in our reports, but we went up there after last week's meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you couldn't make it. And we looked at all this. Do you remember me saying across the road that there were marks like somebody was parking near the telephone pole?
Yeah,
Well, that's what she's talking about, is that
okay, but I'm
that's
talking.
actually being used regularly.
Okay, all right, but I'm talking about, okay, this is the one there, this is the property that they cleared the pipes and stuff off of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it still looks like people are parking there now.
Yeah,
And that's
so
what you-
that's the one that we're sending, you created a driveway with no permit letter.
Correct. But if you walk this way and on the same side of the road, you see,
Baseball.
well, a good friend of mine sang the national anthem last week at
Oh,
Fenway.
sweet.
For the opener of Tuesday, the Baltimore Orioles. There's another,
YouTube, you could skip and get back to the show.
I just showed it to you. Here, if you kept walking down from the one with the pipes and all, there's another whole spot here. It doesn't look like anybody's parking there, but it looks like they could if they wanted to. Someone obviously dug into there. So I don't know. But you're saying across the street from this is where,
We don't know if those get plowed in the wintertime. So I don't know whether we can say that
That they're
they
using
made
it as
it
a
a driveway or they cleared the edge of their property and happened to park there in the wintertime. Because I think there's a few of them around the village that they don't plow in the wintertime. And our big concern is water coming off a driveway damaging the gravel road.
Mhm.
And it used to be that we didn't want that many driveway cuts because of the snowbanks that it creates and no place for us to push snow if the whole front of the house is a series of driveways.
Mhm.
But that seems to have gone away with the change in the ordinance years ago that allowed a second driveway. And I didn't have a big issue with that because I bought my house in 1978 and it had a circular driveway, so it has two entrances. But now there are many people that have two entrances to their driveway, and this is a second entrance, but I don't know whether they plow it or not. And it doesn't look like, the biggest issue I see with those things is that we're gonna need to ditch that. They filled the ditches in.
Yes, yes.
So that's another thing I'd like to bring up with the highway guys this afternoon, is that do they intend on ditching straight through there? And the other thing we would wanna talk to them about is, communicating with property owners when we're about to change the way the entrance to the driveway looks. And the example is the one that they're cutting right now in Applinville Way, and how that delayed that project.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a policy of how we're gonna do this. And we're accumulating a whole bunch of stuff that we need to talk to the attorney about, which is what we're gonna start talking about this afternoon, in the non-public
Non-public.
session today, is starting to focus on what it is that we wanna communicate to the attorney in advance of the non-public session with her, which is coming up,
After the Labor Day holiday, September.
so less than 2 weeks, we're gonna be talking to her.
Yeah,
Right.
So we
the
need to,
10th, I
we need
think.
to be prepared to send her things so she's prepared, we can be efficient at talking
Yes,
about.
correct.
The driveway thing, there's so many things that we would like to discuss and change. And even what we do, so.
Okay, my guess is they just created a cut-in because these are steep driveways going up that hill there. Maybe they just did it for convenience of themselves, but it's, like you said, it's gonna make a problem with ditching and other issues.
So we wanna talk to them about Chicora Review
Mhm.
this afternoon. We gotta limit that conversation too. There's so many things to talk to them about, because we haven't really talked to them, and we've had Jeff here, but we haven't had any discussions
Right.
about stuff like this.
Yeah.
But the one across the street from 5 is not on their property.
No,
That is definitely an issue.
so we could send that letter out.
Okay?
That's not a lawyer issue or anything else.
Right.
Or DPW involvement.
Let's take a look at that. I guess you did point it out, but I was so focused on this side of the road, I don't recall that specifically.
No, I noticed it, and there was a car parked there after we had ice cream on the weekend
Oh,
up at the summit,
I see.
because that's
Because you
my,
came down.
that's my
Chicago.
way in and up.
A real steep hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, scary.
What else do you have, Nancy?
In looking at permits that are expiring or getting close to expiring, there's 6 of them that may have had some action taken that people don't notify us when they're done
No,
with their driveway.
we've talked about
And
this.
that's gonna be a large statement in the middle of the driveway ordinance
Mhm.
under application part, when we finish working on that, the ordinance. But in the meantime, there's 6 of them that may have had most of the project done, but we haven't
Never.
been notified to
Never
see if they're completed or not.
Right.
So I don't know if we wanna look at them as a group, or if you just want me to drive through and see whether or not they're ready. 'Cause then it would make a difference as to whether they're gonna get your driveway permit has expired letter, or, okay, you've already created your driveway, it's done, we're gonna do an operations permit. You know, they all have permits for, construction. So I didn't know if you guys just wanted, if we wanted to do it as a group, or if we wanna do it or if you just want me to keep that as a side project.
How many? You
Six.
said 6?
6, 3 of them are on Hotwell, one of them's on Granville, and one of them's on Upper Lakeview. But it's the other side, not the Riggy side, it's the other side of Upper Lakeview.
Okay.
And I don't know if much of anything's been done up there, for where that permit is, but,
Was that the one? Oh. Nothing's ever been, I think I know what you're talking about, that nothing's been built on that yet.
yeah, I don't think anything's been built yet,
Yeah.
so I don't,
There's a piece of heavy equipment there for like 2 years and then it just disappeared. So,
Right.
yeah.
right, so I don't know what their thought process is. They have a active permit that's getting ready to expire. What's the plan moving forward?
Sounds to me
There's
like that
also
one's
the
already
issue of the
expired.
bond expiring, right?
Yes,
That kind of stuff.
yes,
I don't
Yes.
mind going on these, it's a little bit tougher to post it or make it part of a meeting that we adjourn and continue it at a driveway site, so. You can always go look at things yourself. It's when it's up, however you wanna do it's fine with me.
well, I think at least a couple of us, could drive around and look at them.
I'm more than happy to take a look at them on my own, but if we want to do it as a group and figure out when to do that, I'm okay with that too. But,
And
That
it
can
requires
become
all
a,
of us being available at the same time.
right,
And it's posted and.
right. So, yeah, how about you just send us the addresses and, like I said, I will take a look at every one on my own.
okay,
But I already know the one on Upper Lakeview you're talking about.
yeah, like I said, and some of these go back years.
Yeah.
Do you want to look at any of them when this meeting adjourns? Because we're gonna recess this meeting, not adjourn, recess it to go into non-public session, then continue in non-public session, come out of non-public session.
Back into public.
So we could
We could certainly look at
recess
them,
the,
yeah,
and look at driveways, cause this meeting isn't gonna go too long today.
Yeah, if this is a truncated meeting, that's a good idea.
yep, we can do that,
So you know which ones you wanna look at today? Maybe get all 6 of them in.
yeah,
Alright, let's try that.
Okay.
See how much we get.
okay, and, one of them is up at 4 Class, and there's some interesting information in the driveway file. And I think we need to talk to the code enforcement about this building. 'Cause ADUs and other houses need to have some form of sanitary facility. And I'm not talking about, you can have a composting toilet or, that type of stuff, that's all, good and well and good. But there's supposed to be some type of water, whether it be, doesn't have to be a water connection, but a connection, if you collect rainwater, you still need to have a septic or a
Composting type.
you have to have something,
Yeah.
for where the water to go. And this permit says there's not gonna be one of those. So if there's no water or water collection, then is it actually a house? That's where I'm thinking we need to talk to the code enforcement to say, does this qualify as a single-family house, which is what we are zoned for?
The lady that's had an issue with that lot from across the street where she's trying to sell her house
Mm-hmm.
has been contacting me as recent as yesterday,
Wow.
showing me a picture. That building that she's building, looks like it has a roof on it now.
Oh,
And-
really?
And she said,
What is this?
the car is there now.
Ah.
So I have been taking the position that I am not part of the police department.
Yes,
I might be
right.
going through the academy. And that she should call the police department. We just had the conversation with the chief last week.
Okay,
Of
Right,
like, why
that's
don't
right.
people call,
Right,
they're sending me photographs.
yep,
I'm also not the code enforcement officer.
well, that's why I'm thinking we need to talk to him to see what the status is and how this is moving forward, you know?
Wouldn't it be the person that has personal concerns from across the road that should be the one that contacts him on this? Now we're in the business, we're doing the inspections and then dragging the code enforcement officer in, and I don't think that's really our role.
Okay,
The issue in general, but now we get into specifics, and now we're crossing a line with that property owner and the property owner across the street. Now we're getting police calls, we're getting code enforcement calls, and that's not what we're,
right, that's not what we do.
So we need to just limit it to the driveway up there.
Right, and there's
that's
been
our
no
purview.
action at all to put that driveway in.
Yeah, we were up there recently and
Yeah,
saw that.
Right.
Yeah, there's no
can
action.
that
parking
on the side
of the
expire,
road.
can that
it has
expire?
expired,
It
she's
has,
renewed,
it
and
has expired, it was renewed,
Renewed
it's
again.
getting ready to renew, to
It-
either be renewed
Or
or
expire, yeah,
extended again,
I see.
which is why it's on the list, and I looked through
Gotcha.
everything, on it. So, that might be a separate letter saying that no action has been seen, you have to actually create the driveway. Yeah, she's had years, this
Yeah.
driveway permit has been in force for like a number of years now.
but there's nothing in the ordinance that says you can't keep doing that.
Do we wanna put something like that in?
Yeah,
This grows.
You know, set an actual limit?
I know I'm making an assumption here, but there is, it seems to me she made a cutout on the side of the road, so she's
Right.
off the actual road enough to park. And that may be something that property owner wants to continue doing indefinitely. So,
Right, but that's, what she has created isn't
legal, I
a
know,
driveway,
right, I get that.
well, wouldn't she still have
That's
to
what we need to head
have
off at the past.
right,
a valid bond in force as well? I mean, I'm sure that's long been expired or, I mean,
We'd have to check on that, because she
Yeah.
got it renewed last time too.
right,
right,
she did get it renewed last
So
time.
we possibly going there as part of this, today's safari?
I think we were there recently.
We were there fairly
Yeah,
recently.
I don't it looked like an area for the driveway was marked out, and it's a pretty precipitous hill, but nothing has ever been done past that.
Right,
So I think all we need to do is prompt her, get that done. Get it done, stop parking on our road.
but as far as the structure that she's building, I mean,
that's
She
not
got
in
a
our
valid
realm.
permit right now to build a driveway,
She does,
yeah,
and is she parking illegally?
on the
At
road.
night, if she's there at night, she's parking illegally,
correct,
Correct.
and the chief has told us that, right?
Yes.
Yep.
In the daytime, you got this question of whether you gave a loophole with contractors, and is she calling herself a contractor
Yes.
while she builds her own shack?
Right.
That's another fuzzy area.
right,
I think we
The
can
other fuzzy
ignore that.
area is you
Yeah.
can't tell her to complete the driveway because it's not in the ordinance, because you don't have any deadlines in the ordinance yet.
right.
So, I don't see what we could do that's not overstepping some line.
Well,
There are suggestions you could make to the property owner across the street,
Yep,
but now, I don't know if you think that's crossing a line. She's asked for advice. It's not like you're reaching out to cause a problem.
right,
all right, so I
Well-
guess for the moment, all we can do is change the ordinance that, once you take out a driveway, there's only so many renewals. It can't go on indefinitely, because the way it is now, you could keep renewing. The house could be completely built and she's using it, but there's still no driveway.
no,
No,
I don't see
that's
no,
how-
you can't get you can't get a
operating permit.
operating permit for the house without a driveway, final inspection.
So you can't get a
In
certificate
theory.
of
A
occupancy.
certificate of
In
occupancy,
theory,
in theory,
So we somehow have to put that into the new driveway ordinance, that if the driveway isn't complete and has an operation certificate, and we let the code enforcement know that, they won't get a certificate of occupancy until
That's already in
they're
there.
cleared with us.
That's
It's
already in there.
Okay, so that's.
That's always been
that's
in
not a loop.
place.
Okay, so she can't do this indefinitely.
Right,
Okay. All right. So the only thing we could do now is if she's parking there at night.
right.
Right, not us, but the cops. But I don't think we need to visit that one today. We all know what's going on there. You said there were 3 on Hotwell?
Yeah,
So that's easy. There's 2 more? Granville?
one on Granville and one on Upper Lakeview,
That's right, Upper Lakeview. Okay,
and I might be missing one.
so that's 5.
Checks.
Okay, so that was my report, and
All done?
yep,
Okay, so next we move on at 9:41, we'll move to water. And the most recent new thing was an email from the water operator concerning 69 Idlewise Drive,
Yeah.
a leak on the property.
yes,
A little difficult to follow. It seems that he gave them a rough estimate of what it would cost to fix the service line to their house, which is their responsibility. And they were a little horrified at the cost. And so they asked that the water be turned back on so that the house was getting service, but the leak remains. And I don't see,
The
What-
water is not on.
okay. So now the water's off.
Yes.
The people live there full time, I believe.
She does currently, but I don't know how long or if she's really there, intending to stay.
Well, so our business is,
Yeah,
there's a leak and the water's off.
that's it.
right.
So now we wait to hear
So as long as it's off, then
when
we
the
just,
homeowner says, I fixed the problem, the
Right.
water operator goes and turns it back on and verifies that the problem is fixed. He also has to inspect any
Correct.
fix.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was part of the email, but he knows. I guess we could respond and say, let us know when you go out to, after you inspect the
Okay,
fix.
yeah, there's been correspondence
Okay,
after
but
that.
did I not
that-
read, she did bring someone in to fix it, they turned the water back on, it still really wasn't fixed, it still leaked even though
Correct.
somebody worked
Correct.
on it? Okay, so,
That's really was the determination that there really exists
that's-
more of a problem.
that's where it needs to be, the entire line needs to be replaced.
Correct.
And they wouldn't get water back until
So there's nothing
the
we
inspection
are
gets done
involved
for
with at this
that.
point.
No,
Correct.
Okay, anything else on water? The Lugano fix is gonna happen in September,
Mm-hmm.
right,
so it could be anytime starting next week. Labor Day is upon us.
Scary.
We did authorize Ian to buy parts from E.J. Prescott for the Aspen Bergdorf project.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think that would cover everything on water this week. Scheduled appearances, we don't have any. Highway and parking ordinance, we're gonna have a public hearing
At 10?
at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Yep.
So we'll go to the administrator's report at 9:44.
Yep, I got the driveway application for that second driveway.
Second driveway where?
This is Burn, 28 Burn. The one we've been waiting for. So, they sent the fee, they've already sent an outline of what has already occurred at this property, because they've already really completed the work.
They haven't separated it, they haven't created the second.
Yeah, officially.
Right.
There's no bond with this application.
Yeah, and that's something that's gonna
We're gonna
be
have to.
clearly outlined, that if you're paving or doing a second driveway, it requires a bond, because
Active
right
bond.
now in the ordinance,
Mhm.
it refers to new construction
Right,
for needing a bond.
yeah,
It doesn't say clearly whether or not
it's required.
you're paving or making major changes,
Yeah.
creating a second driveway,
Yeah.
that you need a bond.
Correct,
That is going to be very clear in the updates.
okay. So, further with that, I included the pictures that Jeff took of the ditch line, where rocks have been laid into the ditch line, and needs to be addressed, so that's another thing.
Have you seen this? You guys seen this application?
No.
You've seen pictures
Yeah,
of the ditch
yeah,
line,
yeah, and
but
I've gone past it too, yes.
we just got the application, so.
Okay.
Do you wanna come up here, Diana, or?
Sure. And there's the rocks in the ditch line.
Yeah, yeah, so I've driven past that a few times, I've noticed that.
So, we need to look at this today, or is that another day? Or we've seen this one.
Well, I think you've seen it,
We-
so.
we- we've
It's
seen
just
it.
It's a picture of the two, the graphic, the color picture of,
His drawing,
Yeah.
his,
right, two 20-foot entrances.
Right,
And that's not paved, that's using the material, the recycled asphalt that looks like they.
yeah.
Correct.
Right,
correct. So we probably could, give them a permit for construction based on this.
mm-hmm,
Right. The rocks they put in the ditch line is a separate issue.
Is a separate
from the
issue.
property.
yes,
No, so we can't, this is
I
not
was
covered.
just about to ask that, but,
Yeah,
okay,
but it does need to get addressed.
sorry. Good.
I just didn't want it falling through the cracks.
Yep.
So if I do the permit for construction, do you wanna come up and sign it later today?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll be there, so. Oh, sorry.
I didn't even see that one,
This one, yeah, that's good.
because it was attached.
Oh, that's
Thought
a
on
void,
check.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't miss it, huh?
Yeah.
I know, it printed on the wrong paper. I'm like, oh, I left a check in there.
Mark didn't sign this one, the transfer.
No checks on this, it's just bills.
Zoom, huh?
It had no stub.
It's at the
They're all the
office.
stubs are on the bills here.
That's a transfer too, it's not.
Yeah, it's not a,
Okay,
well, not a bill,
I'll wait for the big hearings since I'll be the other one.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, so that takes care of the administrator's report. At 9:50, we move to Old business, Chicora Review, intersecting Basil, we kind of discussed that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Commissioners
You
reports.
did.
No driveway permit, let's see, FEMA grant.
We
Did I
talked
cover
about
that in mine? Yeah.
Yeah,
Money transfer, we did that.
well, you haven't signed it, these, you're looking at signature items, so these are items that need to be signed.
Where is that?
Here's the transfer,
So I'll make a motion that we transfer $8,636.41
mm-hmm,
from the water hookup checking account to the water assessment fund checking account.
yep, it's the reimbursement.
So that needs a second.
Second,
Any questions on this? All in favor?
aye.
3-0.
The
Request
letters-
for absence, this is vacation?
Yeah.
So Jeff is looking for,
The Tuesday, the day after the Labor Day holiday. And then a Monday on September 15th.
okay. So this is 2 days.
Yep.
Non-contiguous vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you look at the dates
Yeah, I see that.
before, I'll make a motion that we discuss and approve this vacation request.
Second,
So that's 1 day, he's gonna scribble on that, so 1 day and 1 day.
Yeah, no, I see that, and I'm just seeing, so the, one's a Tuesday, one's a Monday. So do we wanna verify that Tony will be here on those days? That just putting requests in for,
we don't know that at this point,
We
and
don't.
we will discuss it this afternoon.
so maybe we hold off on signing this until we discuss that?
I didn't think that individual days applied, but this is something for you guys to talk about. We're talking about consecutive week vacations, that there should be verification,
Right. We're
that
also-
there's,
I agree, and so it's not really critical, but I think we wanna move in the direction that we always have two men available at all times, if possible.
that's something for you guys to talk
Right.
about, I guess.
That's part of the discussion, but
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
so motion to approve this, how do you vote? I
aye,
vote
Aye.
yes, 3-0.
so
And
we just need to
so,
sign.
It just has two signatures, so.
it have 3 now.
We can- Cause like I said, we'll be talking about this tomorrow and timing and things of that nature too, cause this is pretty short.
Tomorrow?
This afternoon.
This afternoon, sorry.
And these are the two letters that Nancy was talking about for Chicora View Drive, for 5 and 7.
So we're gonna let 7 go? Not sign that one?
It's up to you guys. Thanks, Nancy.
We discussed this, and did we end it leaving it fuzzy, and this needed to be discussed with the DPW as one of the steps? And then we needed to look at the ordinances?
For number
7.
7,
5 is definite because they're on
because
our
it's on our
property.
property.
Correct.
Okay, they're right. I don't have the numbers of which is which in my
Right.
Right.
So,
Well,
I'll
7
make a
was the one
motion
we
that
first looked
sign
at,
number
yes.
7 and hold number 5?
No,
Nope.
we're gonna sign
Hold
number
number
5.
7, hold number 7,
Yeah,
Sign
We're
5.
gonna hold
sign the
So I'll
letter
just
for
leave it
number
there.
5.
I'll make a motion that we sign this letter to number 7.
No, number 5.
Number, yeah,
Number 5 is the parking across the road on
Sign
our
it.
property.
Right,
I can identify it.
right.
All right, I'm confused
And,
now
and,
too.
and regardless of whether it's ours or somebody else's, it doesn't
So I'll make a motion.
really matter, it's not on their
I'll make a
property.
motion that we sign the letter to number 5
Yeah.
Chicora View Drive. And that needs a second.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
Thank you.
Now that we got 5 and 7 squared away. So just refresh my memory, we're holding 7 because we wanna see what happens over the winter time?
Yeah, to see whether or not it's gonna be an issue for the DPW.
Right,
Right, and then plowing.
And I wanna know
And
whether
plowing.
they're gonna ditch it
right, there's
soon
the
anyway.
ditching issue,
Right.
yes.
Cause that, we looked at that road going up.
Yeah, you guys plan to talk about it with them today.
That's a FEMA ditching job too.
What, you go review job?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna check that. I thought I looked at it after we went up there and looked at that, but it was. Okay, so let me move this meeting along. We have 4 minutes before we have to go into the hearing. Looks like
Okay.
we've covered everything, so we should start to talk very
Well,
slow.
there's nothing on correspondence, but I'd like to bring up something, just
Sure.
for my
Perfect, go ahead.
edification. Okay, on, August 19th, so that was our last meeting, this email came after our meeting, so we didn't discuss it last week.
Okay,
It was a concern from a property owner on Upper Lakeview, and it was called people parking on Upper Lakeview Drive. Have we addressed this at all? Do I need to?
Yes,
We addressed it by
telling the people not to
putting
do
in
it.
the
Right,
no parking
No.
on the road.
right. I'm saying have we responded directly to the person who wrote this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
and she
Okay.
will call the authorities should she feel it
Good, that's all I
necessary.
know. She knows what the deal is now
Yep,
Yeah.
and what to do.
And that's one of the reasons why we need to have the no parking on the roads.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Is if there's somebody parked there and she can't even get into her driveway,
That's a
how's an
problem.
emergency vehicle gonna get there if
Correct.
something happens, you know, it's,
Yep.
Right, so, okay, so that was my concern.
Yeah.
We know what needs to be done, but now she knows what
She
needs to be
does.
done.
Yes.
Good. But there was a second part, where she was saying, I was wondering if it is possible to have some areas of Upper Lakeview fixed due to washouts.
Yep.
And these were the really bad spots, sort of at the turn.
Yeah, I
Of Upper
know, I
Lakeview
was
into
there
Old Town
and it is
Road,
bad, and I reminded Jeff about it, because I didn't see it on his to-do. And I reminded him this morning that it needed to be addressed, because I wrote over it too, and I was like, oh boy, this needs to be addressed, it's kinda bad.
Okay,
Chicora View, they left the word view out of their project description. 59 cubic yards of ditching material and shaping, intermittent along 1,257 feet of roadway. Some areas do not allow for ditches. 528 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 1 foot deep.
Wow,
So 59 cubic yards
Wow.
a lot.
would take up a lot of this room. So that's definitely reimbursed by FEMA for 75%.
okay.
good.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
This is back to parking. There's a residence on Little Shore. It's a small house and a U driveway. And this weekend there were 4 cars parked in the small U driveway. And then there were 3 cars parked across the street on the road. Now, if this bugs me enough, I should probably call the police about it? Is that the
Yes.
way that works?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the way it works.
I'm bugged about it,
Okay,
if it happens again. That's $300.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that'll make them think twice. And we'll do the same.
Was it temporary, like, or did it go on for, like,
The weekend.
The weekend, but
The
never
whole-
there.
Doesn't matter,
Really?
you know.
It's an STR too, which is.
Yeah, and a lot of people
Oh,
pack there.
yeah.
I know exactly what house you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That
You got, 4, you got 6 cars,
wow,
I mean, 6 drivers in this little house, that's, I mean, it's a little excessive to me, but kinda bugs me they're parking on our road.
okay,
Got it.
And it just happens to have struck 10 o'clock.
Perfect.
So at 10 a.m., I am calling to order a public hearing regarding changing the highway ordinance, highway and parking ordinances.
Yep, to address a certain section.
So,
That's gonna be the one you're gonna sign. That's just to show you
and
what was
so
changed.
what
Section we're
we're
changing.
hearing is we wanna make a change to section 3.3, which says the weight limit for commercial trucks is, we wanna change that from 10 tons to 13 tons. Gross vehicle weight, restricted, and all other vehicles will be limited to 8 tons GVWR. When the roads are posted in the spring, the maximum weight for all vehicles will be limited to 5 tons
Correct.
gross vehicle weight. So, any comments from the public on changing the gross vehicle weight for trucks coming onto village roads from 10 tons to 13 tons?
Well, just the rationale behind that was because all the other surrounding towns are 13 tons.
Yeah, the
All of a
point
sudden-
is that if you're coming on Idlewise Drive, you have to come through Conway to get on the
Mhm.
east end of Idlewise Drive.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And the other end is on Route 113, which you don't have to deal with vehicle weight restrictions. But it's the, coming in from Conway,
Mm-hmm.
we should have it in line with their vehicle weights.
Right.
Any other comments?
No.
There's a courthouse in Dedham, Massachusetts that's famous for not having jurors. And they send the court officers out onto the road, and if you're driving by,
My God.
they stop your car. They tell you to park it over there, and they bring you right in to the jury box, and you're on jury duty. And everybody in Dedham, Massachusetts knows to never drive down the road in front of the court. So to
No
do these
kidding.
hearings, I think we need to go out on Route 130.
And get some people interested.
They have
Force them
to
to
be
come
from
in.
Idlewise.
So
Like, move along.
the odds are low, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. That was just to fill a little time.
Well,
Motion?
as citizens, we are obligated to do jury duty at some point in our lives. Nobody's obligated to come to these meetings except us.
So I guess I'll make a motion to close the public hearing and to change the
Mhm.
ordinance to say that the new vehicle weight restriction is 13 tons in section 3.3.
Second.
Aye.
How do you vote?
Aye.
3-0? And that hearing lasted 3 minutes.
There you go.
And here's the one that I want you to sign.
We cannot sign it today.
Oh. Thank you, Nancy, because I did not know.
Because it's
I
gotta
thought
be
we were
published
holding
first.
this, so you
Hmm?
could
It's gotta
sign
be
it.
published first, is that
You
what?
gotta wait 5 days.
5 days.
Oh, gotcha.
5 days after the public hearing, we can sign it.
Thank you.
Oh, because you're waiting for any sort of feedback?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
But it's okay to have the revised date today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
So, I'm gonna make a motion that we go into non-public session, and we'll recess out of the non-public session and the public session and continue this afternoon looking at driveways in the public session portion of it, and then reconvene the non-public session at 2:00 at the DPW one garage. Wow.
I know.
Second.
Imagine how I feel,
You
really.
need to buy a program
How
for
do
this
I put this
ballgame.
in?
You'll
God.
figure it out.
So, motion to recess into non-public session, I guess roll call vote to go into non-public
Yeah.
session.
Aye.
Make a motion to go into non-public session, you have to
Second.
second it. And how do you vote, Nancy?
Aye.
How do you vote, Woody?
Aye.
And I vote aye, 3-0 on that. Thank you, Carol.
I'll call you at 11:30 to see if you've done all your duties.
Well, I'll be